As the soft glow of the evening sky began to fade into twilight, little Harrison, with his ash-blonde hair tousled and his favourite toy dinosaur, Rexy, tucked under his arm, was getting ready for bed. Harrison lived in a cosy little house nestled at the edge of a vast quarry, where he and his mummy shared the most wonderful adventures. Each day was full of excitement, and as nighttime approached, Mummy always told him bedtime stories about their explorations. But tonight, Mummy had a special idea. She smiled as she pulled the covers over him. "How about I tell you the story of the most exciting day we've ever had at the quarry?" she asked, her eyes twinkling. Harrison's face lit up with curiosity. He nodded eagerly, snuggling up close to listen. One bright and sunny morning, Harrison and his mummy decided to go on a big adventure at their favourite spot, the quarry. Harrison loved the quarry because it was a place where he could let his imagination run wild. The wide open space, tall trees, and rocky hills made it perfect for exploring. Best of all, there were always hidden surprises waiting to be discovered. "We'll pack a bag," Mummy said as she gathered some snacks and water, "and of course we'll bring Rexy." Harrison smiled as he grabbed his green T-Rex toy. Rexy was his trusty sidekick, especially when they went on dinosaur hunts. With his little backpack packed and ready, Harrison took Mummy's hand, and together they set off toward the quarry. The sun was shining brightly, and the warm breeze rustled through the trees as they walked. Harrison loved these moments with his mummy, just the two of them, side by side, heading toward a day full of adventure. As they approached the quarry, Harrison could already hear the sound of the wind whistling through the rocks, making him feel like the quarry was alive and waiting for them. "What should we do first?" Mummy asked as they reached the entrance of the quarry. Harrison's eyes darted around excitedly. "Let's find a tractor," he shouted. Harrison loved tractors almost as much as he loved dinosaurs. He always imagined that the quarry was home to the biggest, brightest tractors, just waiting for him to drive them. Mummy smiled. "Good idea. Let's go on a tractor hunt." Together they started their trek through the quarry. They climbed up steep hills and hopped over small streams, pretending that the ground was full of hidden treasures. Harrison's imagination was running wild, and Mummy played along, pointing out every little rock and tree as if they were clues leading to the ultimate prize, a shiny red tractor. Finally, after what felt like hours of searching, though it had only been a little while, Harrison spotted something bright and shiny in the distance. His heart raced as he tugged on Mummy's hand. "Look, Mummy, over there!" Harrison pointed excitedly. Down in a little valley, nestled between two large boulders, was a bright red tractor. It wasn't just any tractor, it was the one from Harrison's dreams, with giant wheels and a big seat just for him. "You found it!" Mummy exclaimed, pretending to be just as surprised as Harrison. "I think it's waiting for you." Harrison giggled as he ran down the hill, his little legs moving as fast as they could. When he reached the tractor, he climbed up into the driver's seat, gripping the pretend steering wheel with both hands. Mummy cheered him on from below as he made vroom vroom noises, imagining he was ploughing through the quarry just like a real tractor driver. "You're doing great," Mummy called out, clapping for him. After a while of playing on the tractor, Mummy said, "Now, I wonder if there are any dinosaurs around here today." Harrison's eyes lit up. Dinosaurs were his favourite, especially T-Rexes. He hopped off the tractor and grabbed Rexy from his backpack. "We have to find them," he declared. Together, they set off on a new adventure, this time to track down the dinosaurs that Harrison believed lived in the quarry. As they walked, Mummy pretended to spot clues along the way. She pointed to a big tree that had fallen over. "Do you think a dinosaur knocked that down?" Harrison nodded eagerly. "It must have been a huge one," he said, his eyes wide with excitement. They followed the imaginary dinosaur tracks deeper into the quarry, passing through rocky paths and climbing over fallen logs. As they rounded a corner, Harrison gasped. There, imprinted in the soft dirt, was a massive footprint. "It's a T-Rex footprint," Harrison shouted, holding up Rexy to compare the size. "Rexy, it's your family," Mummy smiled. "It looks like we're getting close. Let's see if we can find more clues." As they continued their search, they found more dinosaur signs, a broken tree branch, a large pile of rocks that looked like dinosaur bones, and even a few deep claw marks in the dirt, or so Harrison imagined. The further they went, the more exciting it became. Soon they reached a part of the quarry where the trees were tall and the rocks were covered in moss. It was quiet here, almost like a secret hideaway. Harrison and Mummy sat down on a large rock to take a break, munching on the snacks they had brought. "Mummy, do you think the dinosaurs come out at night?" Harrison asked, looking around at the peaceful scene. Mummy smiled and stroked his hair. "Maybe they do," she said softly, "but I think they come out when little boys like you are fast asleep, dreaming of new adventures." Harrison giggled at the thought of meeting dinosaurs in his dreams. "I'll dream about them tonight," he said with a yawn, already imagining the exciting dreams he would have. After their snack, Mummy had one more idea for fun. "Shall we have a car race up the hill?" she asked. Harrison loved racing his toy cars, so he eagerly agreed. They both placed their cars at the bottom of the hill, ready to race to the top. Mummy counted down. 1, 2, 3, go. The two cars sped up the rocky hill, bouncing over little bumps and weaving around stones. Harrison's car zoomed ahead, with Mummy's car close behind. He laughed as his car reached the top first, holding his hands up in victory. "I won," he shouted, jumping up and down. "You're the champion of the quarry," Mummy said, giving him a big hug. "No one can race like you." As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the quarry, Harrison and Mummy sat at the top of the hill, looking out over the peaceful landscape. The sky turned shades of pink and purple, and the stars slowly began to appear, twinkling above them. Harrison leaned against Mummy, feeling tired but happy. He loved these moments, just the two of them, sharing fun and laughter. "Can we come back tomorrow?" Harrison asked with a sleepy voice. Mummy kissed the top of his head. "Of course, little one. We'll have many more adventures together." That night, as Harrison lay in bed, wrapped in his cozy blankets, he thought about all the fun he had at the quarry, the tractor, the dinosaurs, and the races. Rexy was tucked beside him, ready to join him on more dreamland adventures. As his eyes grew heavy, Harrison smiled. He couldn't wait for tomorrow, when he and Mummy would set off on another exciting journey at the quarry. And maybe, just maybe, the dinosaurs would join them in his dreams tonight. Good night, Harrison, little adventurer. Sleep tight and dream of all the wonderful things that tomorrow will bring.